Hi, it's Maria from Still Dreaming Homestead. Well, I thought I would just do a chatty little video today. I wanted to say my day started beautifully. I prayed for the Lord to wake me up early so that I could go over to Milo Academy and meet a Facebook friend, in fact, two of them, Michelle and Max, over at the academy. She was there for her reunion, and I didn't even know if I was going to be able to find them, but I did, and we had breakfast together. It was so nice. They had really blessed me. When my husband passed away just a little over a year ago, and I was getting ready to travel to Alaska, they live in Washington, and they reached out to me, and they offered me a place to stay on my way up or down. And they hadn't met me except for through Facebook. And we had a lot of mutual friends. And so, it was easy to, I'm sure, check and see if I really was who I claimed to be. Now, I didn't turn out taking them up on it, but I can never really thank them enough for reaching out to me that way. That was really a blessing. So I got to meet them today, just as nice as I thought they were, and it was great fun seeing them. And as the day progressed, I took a nap. That's just what I did. I came home and fell asleep. It's interesting. I hardly ever have napped in my life, except for when my children were toddlers and I was getting so little sleep. If they took a nap, sometimes I took a nap with them. But I noticed that I'm taking a few more naps now than I used to. Excuse me, I need a little drink. And so I just fell asleep, and that was fine. When I got up, Jason had put on the automatic gate opener on the second gate, and now he's out wiring it. So maybe tomorrow we'll be able to use it. That'd be kind of exciting. That's really been a big job, and I so appreciate everything he's done for me, and anybody else that has helped. David, our friend, has helped, and Jean has helped a little bit, and I appreciate that too. Another thing that got done today was a roof coat got put on my back porch. Now, my back porch is almost flat. It's not quite flat, but it used to, when I moved out here, had regular asphalt shingles, traditional shingles. But when I had the house re-roofed 20 years ago, they suggest that I get this, I don't even know what they call it, this solid rubber thing that covers it. It's not very attractive. It's white. I don't know if you can get it in other colors. And it's smooth, and so there is nothing to slow down water when it hits. And they said that would be wonderful. Well, if anybody tells you that, I would really question it, because I have not found it to be wonderful. It is incredibly slick when it's wet and somebody needs to go up and clean our chimney. And it has leaked several times. And so I don't know what's going on, but I have not liked it. So we bought this, and on top of that, it discolors. So from the smoke from the chimney, we had a big ugly gray patch. That's gone. So we bought this white silicone coating to go on it. And it was about $100 for 5 gallons. We didn't need that much, but we'll have it ready the next time we need it. And then you had to buy a special brush. It was kind of weird, and you put it on a handle and it gets laid on with that. So now my roof in the back is brilliant white again. And I don't think it's going to leak. I don't know if they'll turn out putting on a second coat or if one coat's good enough. I haven't seen the directions or heard any about that, but I'm really happy that Jean got on the roof and did that for us. And I appreciate that. So I went outside this afternoon and decided I was going to work on the new compost bin. Sorry, my nose itches. And so as I was working out there, I was cleaning out in the chicken coop, which is very easy right now because it is so dry. Now, I know in many parts of the country, it is not even remotely dry. You guys are having terrible floods and storms, and I want you to know I'm praying for you. But here we are still in a big fat drought. The Pacific Northwest really is kind of terrible. So, but it's good for cleaning out the chicken house. And it was pretty deep. So I just wanted to spread on that new little section. And if you haven't seen it, go back and watch how I made my own little compost bed using lattice. And it's working. It's not the best. It's not the biggest. It's definitely not as big as I'm going to need this fall. But my other one is about ready to empty out. That compost is looking beautiful. So first I put a good layer of manure all the way across that. Then I went ahead and I began raking out anything that they had kicked out, some old dry grass clippings, some good compost that had got spread out, and chicken feathers from when they laid underneath the trailer. And I made a nice layer with that. Then I went behind the chicken house where the maple trees are, and I raked a good amount of leaves so that I could put a nice layer, probably this deep, of maple leaves on it. And that was all going really good. But I have to be really careful. One thing I've noticed, I'm not as sure-footed as I used to be. I don't know that I was ever really sure-footed, but I am not as sure-footed right now. So I have to be careful when I'm bringing it down because I just did it by the rake load. I would scoop it up on the rake and hold it down with one hand and pack it over and dump it. I have to go down quite a little steep from the road section down to where the compost is. It's pretty steep. And it's very rocky. They're rounded river rocks, but it's very rocky and uneven. So I was being very, very careful, and I made a lot of trips. And then about the third to the last trip, I tripped. And I fell backwards right into the finished compost pile. And luckily, that's quite deep. So that one is made with metal roofing that we zip tied together, drilled holes and zip tied that. And so I fell backwards into that, didn't get hurt at all. And I'm very thankful I didn't fall in the one that had the fresh manure and stuff. But I had to get out of there. And when I did, I had just these tiny little scratches that don't amount to anything. And I had broken part of that where it was zip tied together. So tomorrow I need to go out there and re-zip tie part of that. But also when I did, my rake hit my little lattice one and totally broke that apart. So had to get more zip ties, re-zip tie that, and then the next trips, I was extra careful. So my day's been up and it's been down. I hope that your day was mostly up, and I just want to pray blessings on you and yours in your house, out of your house, in the day and the night. Whatever you do, keep dreaming. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I'm up to 480 subscribers, but really by Christmas, I would love to be up to 500. That's my goal. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It doesn't cost anything. And then if you hit the bell, after you subscribe, there'll be a bell. They'll notify you when I put out a new video. At least they should. And the things that really help besides subscribing are, if you like something or don't like something, clicking that thumbs up or thumbs down. Hopefully you like them, but sometimes you might not. And leaving a comment. I read every comment and I'm so happy. And I feel like there's been some people that I've actually got to know through those comments, and that's really a blessing for me. Well, anyhow, I'm going to close for now. This is Maria again. Have a wonderful night. Good night.